What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Just One Beer, episode 5. My name is Justin.
I'm Pat.
What's up, Pat?
Episode 5. This is craziness.
Yeah, super pumped to do it. A little bit of a delay, but I think, we're just going to do it whenever we can do it. That'll make it better. I don't want to be regimented about it.
We're going to try and do one every week, but it's probably not going to happen. So just hang tight with us. And listen, we've been off, 2 weeks? So just imagine the crazy stuff we're going to be able to talk about.
Oh, my gosh, I know, right?
Yeah, man.
All right, well, are we going to turn it into a drinking game?
Well, I'm trying to work on my for sures and all that kind of stuff, but
Literally trying to work on your for sure's 100%.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I had a conversation with my son, and he was telling me about how kids in middle school, I think they've all just discovered cussing, so they are totally wearing it out. Let's fucking go to lunch.
Well,
just throwing F-bombs and just trying to outdo each other with vulgarity.
I have a son in high school, and they don't even cuss right these days, man. Like,
they don't even know how to flip people off the right way either.
Yeah, they do it like a freaking fighter jet. You know what I mean?
That's the 80s style.
That's what I'm saying.
When you bend the two knuckles and stuff. When someone, if anyone ever is mad enough to flip me off, which is not very often, because I'm usually trying to be pacifist out in society, but when it's mostly women who flip me off, and a couple of them did it like the F-14 way, I wasn't even mad. I started laughing, and I started driving with my knee so I could clap, dude. I don't know if they saw that.
Any feedback from our last shows?
I'm not going to lie. I haven't even looked at the fucking emails. I don't know. No, I haven't. Actually, yes, there has been feedback. One of our 6 fans, I think, he liked it, and he said, in fact, let me provide the feedback. Awesome talk, guys. Topics are fun and always spark discussion. About time we can laugh about our differences and make logical points to support our perspectives. So he's clearly smart. Too many soft people getting offended or triggered, in quotes. Ha ha. Guess I got a drink.
But
I'm going to make it. That's going to happen. By any and everything. I have a PSA request. Assholes and Teslas. Keep them coming, boys. So, yeah, that's a shout out to Jay Crash in the Car. Follow him on YouTube.
Yep.
He super creative, makes original music, and does a lot of film review.
Very good musician. I remember.
Very good close friend, and
I remember
check his stuff out.
Back in, I think we were probably 20, 21, working at the Brigantine, and we went to another friend's house, and he was there with an acoustic guitar, and he sang a Pink Floyd song.
Oh, yeah.
And I really remember it because it was unbelievable. It was insane.
Well, it was just on the spot. You weren't expecting it.
And it was raw, and it was pure. Yeah. It was good, man. He's a very talented musician, so anybody that needs to utilize that, hit him up.
I know, right? I sometimes think back, and having a live band, I think at a wedding, that's a super awesome move.
It is, but not for the people who like to drink and dance and party, because it ends up being not so good.
Oh, serious? Oh, you've had experience with it.
Yeah,
I haven't.
But
we should. You know what we need to do, whether we do it now or later. We need to talk about wedding experiences, because I don't know about you, but there was a time in my life where every summer for a good 5 years we went to no less than 2 or 3 weddings per summer.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the point in my life when my liver was like, bro, come on, chill out.
Well, when you're at a certain point in life where there's always a wedding, and then it becomes there's always a baby shower, then it becomes there's always a first birthday party, where we can jump right into anybody that knows me doesn't invite me to their kid's birthday party because I just think a 1-year-old's birthday party is such a waste of time for the public to go to.
Not if you step up your party game and say, yeah, we're having a 1-year-old birthday party, but I got a keg.
Well, then I'm
barbecuing burgers.
Why don't you just rent out Park 101 and have it there? Like, you're just defeating so many things.
No, I get it. But I know there are people who have a birthday party for, let's say they have 3 kids, and they have a birthday party for each kid each year, and you get an invite. What I'm saying is that if you're close friends with them and you go to these birthday parties, you're bringing a present to each one.
Well, yeah, and they got to understand that. And then I love how they say, well, come, but don't worry about a present. I'm going to be that dickhead that walks in with no fucking present and a 12-pack of beer.
No shit.
Like,
yeah.
Really?
I'm here to just party at some kid's birthday party. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, but a 1-year-old birthday party, I've gone to a few. I'm fine with maybe just that one for a close friend, but I'm not going for anyone who's not close family or friends.
Just invite me when they're 16, 18, certainly 21, and then on and on and on from there, you know.
I was thinking about it. In fact, I had written it down as something, or no, did I have it written down? I don't know if I did, but just the grandiose nature of these promotions for kids going from kindergarten to first grade, in 5th grade into 6th grade, in 8th grade into 9th grade, and then 10th, 12th grade into college.
Oh, we never had that.
DZAM. That's a lot.
We never had that. We never had, you're graduating preschool.
No way.
What?
I had my mom and dad had a graduation party for me. It was awesome.
When you graduated, when?
High school.
What? No
high school
shit.
And college.
Well, yeah, I was at the graduation party.
I know. Yeah.
And that makes 100% sense for sure. Craziness, but preschool,
I know.
even kindergarten, or 8th grade. Congratulations, you're gonna go and do the same fucking thing you just did for the last 10 years. You're just gonna do it at a little bit more mature level. I mean, they call it mature. We grew up. There was always a wedding, and then there was always a baby shower, and then there was always a baby,
another baby shower.
And now in the stage of life we're in, there's always a divorce. Like you hear about people getting divorced.
I haven't really heard of that. I mean, I know divorce statistics are huge, but I honestly don't know like a handful of people that have gotten divorces.
It's touched me in my life
directly.
Yeah, for sure. But not. I mean, I'm not divorcing my wife.
No, when you grew up, yeah.
Yeah, when I grew up, but no, the circle of friends I hang out with.
Oh, okay.
It's touched them, and I'm sure as life goes on, it's going to touch more people we know, and who knows? It might touch me or you. You just never know. I don't think there's anything wrong with divorce at all.
No, we wouldn't say anything bad about it. I mean, shit, sometimes it doesn't work out.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's nothing wrong with that. At least
you know what? I could really offend some people right now, but I'm just going to fucking say it. If it doesn't work out, you know what? Whatever. You give it another try and that doesn't work out, okay. If you get married like past 4 times, what's the point? Please tell me the point of getting married a 4th time. And yeah. I'm not even talking going through to the courts and just getting a friggin' paper signed, like actually having a wedding celebration that family members have been to 4 times. Or friends. It's hilarious.
I can honestly tell you that.
That might not make it in the final cut.
Yeah, well, I can honestly tell you that if I get divorced, I'm not going to get remarried. And I'm certainly not going to get remarried like right away. Like some of these dipshits, they get divorced and then all of a sudden they're re-fucking married. Like
it's like they just got to fall back into that same quicksand pit.
Yeah, it's marriage.
I'm not saying that it's terrible, but if it ends, then maybe that's at that point where you go, you know what? Let's go 5 years and try this by myself and see how I can.
Well, yeah, and I've already had my kids. I've already done all that. Like, financially, I don't want to really share my money with anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, sharing a 58-cent bank account with somebody doesn't sound very appealing.
Would you be all right? I got this. I'm gonna skip forward to the would you rather, but let's go hypothetical here, just for argument's sake, and say that you were not married. And you, on like the movie Cocktail, when Tom Cruise meets that super hot.
Greatest, yeah.
No, let me back up. I meant to say super rich older lady. She wasn't super hot.
I know the exact one.
That she's not hot.
She's. Well, I mean,
hot. she was digging myself a hole. You know what I mean? Like he meets some older lady. Would you, if you were in that position, marry and bed down with some like? I don't even want to say an age number, but we'll just say someone 20 years older than you or something.
Because of the money?
Yeah.
And there was an option of the hot young chick that I totally vibed with because that was the option.
I guess I should give an option. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you throw that option in there, then you'll skip the old lady every time.
Yeah, 100%. Money. I actually personally hate money. I think it's the devil. I know it's necessary, and
dude, I'd get a contract signed up.
Fortunately, I know how to make it, but I hate it. Like I wish we would go back to the barter system. I think life would be way easier.
Well, I think we are in what's called the rat race. It's fair to say we're both in
middle class.
We're in a rat race,
We live in tract homes. Our kids go to upper middle class schools.
But we live in an area where there's a huge concentration of wealth.
Very wealthy.
I mean, a lot.
And there's a huge concentration of people that are acting wealthy.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
that's pretty sad. I mean, I just can't do it. It's just, I would rather not drive a fancy car, but just not stress about pissing money away. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
not. I mean, if you drive a fancy car and you have $1,000 a month car payment, good on you. But for me, it just doesn't sound practical. I'd rather have a $200 a month car payment and then invest the other fucking $800 so that I can retire sooner than later.
Stress is one of the biggest killers in America.
I know. What
do most people stress about?
How do you
what do most people get divorced about? Two things.
It's money for sure.
Money and sex.
Yeah, those two are probably at the top.
Those will end a marriage. Period. End of story.
I mean, they will. You know, I've heard some stories about people who have like credit cards that the other one doesn't know about, and they're jacking them up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then
how do you not know
like,
about it? You
sorry,
fucking idiot.
I jacked this card up to $15,000, and now it's fucking.
Well, and a lot of the guys, they get into the old, I'm a gambler and all that shit. It's like, man.
I feel physically ill when I gamble. The only place I don't feel bad gambling is at the horse races because
that's
I go there with the intent of the whole day costing $200 or whatever, you know. So if I come out of it with money, awesome. But if not, whatever. I still had a good time.
The worst thing
$20 margaritas, dude.
Well, yeah,
those tall
trust me, I know which ones you're talking about.
But two of those, and forget about it.
I mean, the worst thing I do is we go out and I'll drop $200-$300.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, I'll wake up and feel super guilty. But at the end of the day, like you've said in the past,
fucking start buying beer. Like as soon as if Clay's ever. Or if the dude who goes see play is ever there, you're forcing beers down his mouth, and it's rad because he pounds them and keeps playing.
And he sounds great.
Yeah.
But like you said in your our last cast, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. That kind of really resonated with me, and I've never heard you say that. But I was listening back to it today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, think about it. The dude or the girl who is totally ripped, you can see every muscle fiber in their body. The ones that we all look at, us plebs, look at those. How do they get those hard bodies? You know how they do it? They have one leaf of lettuce and like a spoonful of salmon every day and then water. Like they don't enjoy life. Right? You don't get to have fun. You know how good cheese is?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if some people can't eat cheese.
And save the they look happy on Instagram bullshit, because you know my take on that.
I couldn't agree more. I really feel like having commentators' perspective on social media in general, it's something that people value in a sense, because how much information travels to you through social media? Probably almost all of it. And the fact that there are some of these platforms might have a bias or want to sort of control what's talked about, that's a little scary, dude. Especially when you think about how dumb groups of people are. A group of people are idiots. Individuals who aren't trying to have influence shot down their brains.
Well, it's like protesters.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about protesters.
I mean, if you're a protester, you're, in my eyes, a jackass. Why are you protesting? No one gives a fuck that you're standing on the side of a road with a sign. You're not going to help your cause. If you really want to help your cause, because what do you always tell me? If I have an argument or a complaint,
if you're going to complain and you don't have a solution, right? Shut the hell up.
That's right. My solution is go to your state government or your local government and petition and do it that way. Do it the right way. Don't stand there with a fucking sign that says, 1, 2, 3, 4, she's a fucking whore, or, whatever your cause is.
Isn't the right way to gain support through the community by getting signatures on some like notarized piece of paper from a lawyer that says, well, I don't know, I could be wrong, I've never done it before, but it seems like that would be a good way to take action, is to try to get in touch with the local government. To
do a protest and to do it legally, you're supposed to have a permit.
Well, what about in the streets of LA when it's just a mob of people saying,
well, that's a riot.
There's
two different things.
Love Trump's hate
and equally as shitty. But like even okay, so you watch these documentaries, and let's say it's the KKK, and they're in the deep South, and they're doing a rally or whatever they call it. They actually have to go to the government. They get a permit. That's why there's police force, and that's why there's police force with the numbers that they're required to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have KKK rallies. Of course, you're going to bring out all kinds of other people to protest that, as they should.
Absolutely.
I was just in the southeast this week, and it is such a different world, man. And I got to tell you, I am so glad I grew up here in California, in Southern California specifically, because we never had the racism that they live with there. It's crazy to me. Like, I was talking to a couple people, and they were talking to me and asking me about it. And I'm just like, we didn't even think about that stuff. We didn't even care what you are. Just don't be a dick, and we're not going to be a dick back, and that's it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I mean, the culture here is. I wish if everyone had the culture that we kind of believe in and we live by, this world would be a way better place. It really would. As much as probably a lot of people think I'm an asshole or a dickhead or a douchebag because of some of my views or some of my bluntness, but I really live a pretty good, clean, healthy life as far as humanity.
You're not a lawbreaker, and you care about your fellow man.
I care about human race. Yeah. I really do, and I care about our society, and I care about our environment and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I take these hard stances against this shit.
Yeah, totally.
You know, if I think something's dumb, I'm going to call you out and tell you it's dumb because I want there to be change. I don't fucking protest.
I know. I think the protesters just find some sense of camaraderie in this like tribal, lizard brain type way.
Have you ever seen a hot protester? That's my case in point.
No.
You were going to say no.
No.
That's exactly right. They don't have anything better to do but to find a cause. If you probably...
You want to know what a protester to me looks like? Because I have kids, and maybe some of these protesters don't have kids. But there's been times when my kids thrown tantrums in the store, or I've seen other kids throw tantrums in the store, essentially because they didn't get what they wanted. And when I look at protesters, I might be talking shit to all of them, but that's kind of that's what I see in you. I see like someone who's,
yeah, I get it.
No.
Yeah, it's a big fucking temper tantrum. That's a great way to put it.
And if you want to go to a protest, that's fine, but why do you have to fucking puke it all over social media? It kind of brings like a little bit of a negative vibe to everyone's day when you're holding up a sign that says whatever. Like, I get it. You're passionate about it, but I don't know, maybe social media is a way to spread the voice. You know, I could be totally wrong about it, but I don't know. Here's the thing. I'll never get a tattoo, and I'll never go to a protest. Those are two things in life that I know I'll never do.
Hey, so I just picked you up from the train station, and while we were there's this stupid fucking guy with this dog. It was a big old German Shepherd. Looked like it could be a police dog.
I know. I saw it when I was on the phone with you, and then you could hear it barking through the phone.
Yeah,
and you're like, that fucking dog?
Yeah.
But another lady was walking by with her medium-sized dog, and the German Shepherd just lunged at the small dog like he was going to eat it.
And you know what the sad part is this guy's probably thinking that this dog's going to be a service dog. Probably not. You can't have a service dog that's going to fucking eat another person or another dog. What kind of service is he doing?
Well, I mean, I think even beyond that, like the people who have the service, they basically just circumvent the dumb law so they can bring their stupid lapdog with them everywhere. And they get their stupid dog, one of those vests. There's someone who rides the train that does it, and her nails are, like a quarter the length of her whole fingers. One of those chicks.
Dude, public transportation is a joke, man. Because and when I say
it's
public,
highly entertaining.
I'm including plane.
Oh,
rides?
Oh yeah. Because you just flew.
Yeah,
I
fly a lot for work, and it just seems like everyone's a dick. Everyone's an asshole. Like
I know. Why is everyone so uptight?
I'm gonna do a PSA.
All right, PSA time.
We said we're gonna do one every cast. I think you have a couple too, but my PSA. It'd be
so rad to have like some guitar riff, like as you lead into the PSA.
But wow. Hey, Josh, If you're listening, we need a PSA.
J Crash. Yeah, we got
music theme.
I know, we get some sound bites.
But my PSA,
we gotta get them on the cast too.
My PSA today is gonna be, when you're in a plane and the plane stops, just because you pull into the gate doesn't mean you just stand right up and you fill the aisleway. There's 3 seats per aisle. So if everybody in the first row stands up, the other 2 seats in those rows can't get up, right? So like today, I boarded the plane. I put my bags like 2.
You brought carry-on only?
Yeah, carry-on only. Like 2 rows past me because that was the only place to put it, right?
Okay.
So when it was my turn to get up,
you're like, hey, everyone back there.
And I went, my bag. But it was these kind of, 2 bigger women. And they were just not budging.
Did you just fat shame these
No,
fucking ladies?
Not even close. I said bigger women, and what did I say? BBWs are sexy, but these particular ones weren't. It took me 10 minutes to get my bag. No one could move in the line.
Oh my God.
And it took me 10 minutes because I'm arguing with these ladies to get out of my way. I'm not getting out of your way, sir. Why would I do that? I'm like, because my bag's there and it's my turn to go. Just take your turn. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Like,
if everyone just stayed seated and in an orderly fashion, right?
That's right.
One person goes the aisle, middle, window, boom, boom, boom.
Correct.
Next aisle at the same time, or alternating the same way you merge in traffic.
Right. You will get off that plane so goddamn quickly that it'll blow these bigger people's minds. But
I'm telling you, herd mentality. They're just like,
well, okay. So the airline I fly,
following the next idiot in front of them.
The airline I fly has assigned seats, right? So what the fuck does it matter if you board that plane first or last? You're still gonna have your assigned seat.
Yep.
Like I was 4 rows back from the front of the plane today, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't give a shit if everybody boarded and I walked right up. I was still gonna have that seat.
Yeah.
And that's my same mentality if I have it in the very back of the plane. Like, don't worry, but
your overall philosophy is let's make this as painless as possible, and if we all do it together, everybody's life is going to be easier. So it's interesting that you start talking about traveling because my cousin is a pilot, and he's like, you got to talk about dumbasses at the airport. Because I mean, think about it. As a pilot, you're constantly going in and out of the whole just herd of people, and you're flying them.
We're only trying to keep this podcast to 45 minutes to an hour. If we talked about the airport, we could talk about it for 7 days, dude.
Hey, we should tell my cousin when he's in town to make him a guest, because that would be pretty funny to hear a pilot's perspective.
I would like to hear,
of the whole airline industry.
I would like to hear if he's been propositioned or not.
What do you mean? Oh,
by the flight attendants or passengers?
I'm sure Richard's happily married, but being real handsome and a pilot.
That's what I'm saying.
Some girls can't stand. I actually
and free hotel rooms.
Oh my God, you're going down the path right now. When I was young and Top Gun came out, I watched that movie and I thought, these dudes fly jets and they get the chicks. I want to be a fighter pilot.
Top Gun was very influential, but I'm still gonna go with Cocktail over Top Gun.
I'm not gonna lie, Cocktail's a good movie, but better than Top Gun, dude. Fucking F-14s, MiGs.
Yeah, but bars, hot chicks, and cougars. Cocktail. Hot chicks, and cougars.
Yeah. No, that's right. That is a good movie. I like when they get upgraded to the job where they work down in that thing called the cell. What was it called? I forget what it was called, but it was when they moved from like the Benny. No, what was it? It was like a TGI Fridays. It looked like that type of restaurant. But yeah, I love that part when he turns the knob down and he goes, addicted to love. I do it every time I watch that movie.
If you haven't seen Cocktail, go watch it. It's a classic.
Well, we've also worked in the restaurant industry, so we have a little bit of a...
Well, talk about cougars. Like, we have this local bar, and I think every bigger town has.
Are you gonna don't say the name of it?
I'm not gonna say the name of it.
Let's make up a different name.
How about this? How about we talk about it, and anybody that knows what it is, DM us on Instagram, and we'll tell you if that's the one. I want to see if people know. Because it's pretty known.
Come on. I'm sure anyone who's local probably knows it.
So there's a local bar, and we actually call it Cougar Country. It's not the name of the bar.
Are you the only one that has referenced it as that, or have other people said it to you? Is it spread out into the ether?
I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even think you should say cougar country. I think you should call it like the place where old ladies prowl or something.
Well, we used to go there, 15 years ago?
A long time ago.
Yeah. And we were much younger. So we were the young guys that the cougars were looking at. Now we're the old guys. And I just don't know what the fuck you would call us now, but
I know what is the male equivalent. I'm not saying like if I was a chick I'd be a MILF, but what's the it's a DILF. That I can't believe I didn't know that. There's an Instagram page called DILFs of Disneyland.
Oh shit.
And it's all these chicks that post pictures of random dudes. They're just taking pictures of guys and uploading them to this page, and I think the page has a shit ton of followers.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's funny what people follow.
See, girls are just as
you know what's cool is we have
interested as guys.
We have with all the platforms, we have over 200 views on each one of our podcasts.
Dude, we're fucking famous, dude.
Sometimes I walk around, I'm like, I think that person knows me.
Oh, this is hilarious. I say hilarious a lot. We were about to get on the drinking
game.
No, that's hilarious. So you and I were going to get on the train to go down to a Padres game. We were taking the train from here down to downtown, and this couple kind of crept up behind us, just waiting to get on the train, and we heard the girl make a comment about some chick's earrings.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And we're like, what? She's like, could your hoops be any bigger? And we started laughing, and we immediately were able to tell that these people are kind of like our people. So we started talking to them, and as we got to know them a little bit more, we're like, yeah, these people are cool. So when we're getting on the train, I think it was you that said,
yeah,
dude, you guys are cool, man. Check out our podcast. And they actually were like, what is it?
Yeah.
We listened. Said it a couple times, and I think that the name to search with was pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy?
Because they were a little bit older than us.
When you know what's crazy is putting yourself out there.
I just drank twice.
Is not as easy as people think, man. Like,
you really think
it's not?
Well, I don't know.
Sometimes I say stuff and then I think about it, the week after that we post, and I'm like, shit.
Well, I think
that's pretty gnarly. That even 200, 300, 400, 500 people just heard me say that.
Well, here's the one common denominator. We didn't put a gun to their head and make them listen to it. They did it on their own.
Well, if
you don't like what someone says, but you actually took the time to listen to it,
appreciate it.
So look, if you got pissed off at the first thing someone said, and immediately you were rubbed the wrong way, and you didn't listen any further, well, you're smarter than the person who likes to listen just to have a reason to complain. The same way people get all butthurt about what Fox News says or what CNN says, it's like, you guys are all fucking idiots. Just take a step back and really appreciate life for what it is, because it is very short. When you're saying, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, the emphasis on that whole phrase is the not a long time thing, right? The good time thing falls into line after that. I mean, look at how fast we just got to 40.
Do you think chicks that go to the desert are sexy?
Oh my God. 1,000%.
I am so intrigued by that. Chicks that go to the desert are awesome, man. Like I'm blown away by that. I think it's sexy as all hell, man.
Or I think what you're referring to is like girls who are into maybe doing stuff outdoors.
Yeah,
or things that not all chicks are interested in.
Just a chick that will jump in your truck with you and just head on out anywhere.
Yeah, my wife will do it with me.
Oh, for sure. And I'm not
100%.
This isn't anything specific.
No, but I think just in general, that's one of the reasons why we're compatible, is because she understands that and she also likes it. Similarly, I was talking to a friend's wife who's like super into off-roading and trucks and Toyotas. And I went...
there is a point that it starts getting shitty.
What do you mean?
Like I like a girl that'll go into your truck with you and drive to the desert and fuck around a little bit. But I don't like a chick that'll tell me what kind of struts the goddamn truck has on it.
Oh, yeah,
that is gross to me.
And look, I'm not even
Might as well just have a penis at that point.
I know. Okay, I'm glad you pointed that out, because there was no attraction in that way to this person at all. What I'm saying is, she had a 4Runner and I have my Land Cruiser, and we were there and we'd had a couple beers. I'm like, let's go fucking look at trucks. And I went up there and we talked about trucks, and she pretty much was a dude to me at that point, because she started talking about how how awesome Toyotas are built, how they can take a beating.
Yeah, that's
and then,
ridiculous.
Like, she started going down all this stuff that like I know about. And I told Lindsay, I'm like, I've had a full-on truck conversation, but not with a guy.
She probably knew more about it than I did.
Oh yeah, easily. Way more than you.
I'm not into that. Like I want a woman to still be sexy and think, oh, look at my man taking me to the desert.
I know, but I'm not talking about that. I just diverged a little bit. But going back to the thing about, someone who wants to get out and do it. I mean, I'm telling you right now, camping in and of itself is awesome. But if there's a lady friend of yours that wants to go do it, that makes it even all the better.
It really does.
Because not only are you there together, but you get to like not be around people.
Yeah.
You'll walk off into the woods.
It's just sexy. It's new for everyone, and the stars are unbelievable at night, and the landscape, the fire. I mean, just everything about it is sexy, man. Just sexy, bro.
That's a good word to describe the desert.
Sexy.
Yeah. I actually okay. I think I could say I have a love affair with it. I want to be out there all the time.
Well, me too. I'm a big desert, and when we talk about desert, I'm not talking about the guys. No, sorry.
Well, we've done that.
Well, for sure. And the last time I did it, I broke my hand, so I'm never gonna do it again, man. I need this hand.
See, like I said, you got pussy bones.
In case I ever get divorced. In the desert, like there's nothing better than waking up first thing in the morning with a cup of coffee. The smell is different than anything you've ever smelled.
Well, it's also quiet too.
And it's quiet and it's peaceful. Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah, we got to do a cast out in the desert.
Yeah, well, a desert cast is coming soon. But
and we should do like we should give people GPS coordinates and be like, hey, you want to party and be part of the cast?
Well,
come on out.
I think we should do a public cast at one point.
A public one? I've seen that before. It's pretty awkward.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. I would be able to handle it.
Well, I could do it.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
I would just be waiting for someone to talk shit so I could. Like I've actually done research about how comedians deal with hecklers, and I'm prepared. So
I'm prepared. I just ignore them because I think either that or I laugh because it's funny what they're saying. Like it takes a lot to offend me. Like I don't really give a shit what many people think about me. I really care what my mom thinks, my brother, my sister, my kids.
The people that matter.
Yeah, really.
Everybody else doesn't.
Yeah, if there's some fat guy in the crowd heckling me, I don't give a shit.
Why you gotta call it fat people? I like it.
If there's a skinny guy in the crowd, trust me, I don't like skinny people.
But what if it's a tranny? Will you give it a pass because it's a tranny?
Yeah, dude.
Like, oh, you're cool. You're cool. Let me see your tits and your dick, though.
love my trans people, man.
We gotta always throw a shout out to them.
The trans?
Yeah, just for having the balls to do it.
Okay, here's
literally the balls to do it.
Here's the deal. We will have a transsexual on this cast as a guest.
Do you know any?
I don't know any, but
we're putting it out there.
We're gonna fucking find one. So any transsexuals that listen, hit us up, DM us. I'm gonna hashtag tranny, trans guest podcast, whatever.
I'm with it.
I'm gonna try and get one.
Okay,
I'm sure our friend John would know some tranny.
Why? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I think anyone who lived in LA probably.
Pretty sure on his Instagram he has videos of them.
I'll look at some of his stories, and I kind of bang through them because I guess you look at stories, you want to just kind of take a little dip into their life. But sometimes I'm like, okay, fast. Yeah. Fast.
Well, the other times I'm like, well, okay, they have a huge house with a fucking insane pool. They're always partying and they have 2 incomes and they're probably always horny. So might not be such a bad decision.
Yeah. It's just that whole, dick in the mouth and ass thing. I can't get
the penis and balls kills it. That's the problem with me and trannies. Like I love them. They're beautiful. God. This and that. But like I said, once you get to the balls and the penis, I'm out. Like it just disgusts me. Even my own disgusts me. So don't be offended anybody that has a dick and balls.
I don't get disgusted. The human body's the human body. It just looks
dick
different.
And balls are gross, dude.
I think they're just kind of funny looking, like on a monkey or a primate. Like
I feel bad for the woman that has to touch mine.
I remember the first time I saw a horse get a boner, I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" I was like, it looks just like ours, but it's 12 feet long, dude. I didn't know what to think about it. It was at a friend's house when we went to our middle school. And we had some friends that lived like where they had horses and stuff.
And then dogs get little it looks like fucking lipstick.
Oh, I know. The Red Rocket.
Yeah. There it is.
I'm still so juvenile. Like, why is that funny? Why is it so funny? We were at the zoo, man, and a zebra had gotten erect, but the thing was touching the ground.
There's nothing better than a zebra dick.
the dong is so big that it has to like extend first, and then it fills with blood. It was touching the ground. And people were walking by, and you hear little kids go, "What's that?" And I'm like, "It's the zebra's dick."
Well, parents need to be more like honest. Like, what are you gonna say? It's fifth leg.
Well, I mean, I think if they're young enough, you just say, "Oh, I don't know. You know, like maybe that's a mommy and it's just a really long nipple." Or something.
That's the stupidest thing
Can you
ever.
imagine being at the zoo and seeing like two monkeys get at it too?
We used to, man.
I've never seen that, but I've
being
seen
at
it
the
on
zoo
video.
on a field trip, and one of the monkeys shit in its hand and threw it at the glass that I was looking at.
There's a video on Instagram where some monkey's like doing some weird like rhythmic bounce forward, and it's turning its head, and then you can see it put its hand down by its butt, but it did it super fast, and then it flung it like kind of like I don't know. I guess flung is the only word, right? Like you do your fingers outward, and it hit a grandma in the face. And she looked at the camera and she had a big old. It was kind of like soft serve, thick, right on her nose, and she was in a wheelchair, dude. She was like an old grandma at the zoo.
The monkeys don't give a fuck, dude. If it's a grandma or not.
No, they were just trying to hit somebody.
Yeah, they're probably playing a game like 10 points for every shithead they can hit with their own poop.
You're probably right. I mean, why not? It's just crazy that we're so closely related to them, but yet they're like just on display. So if what if we were the monkeys at that stage and there was another level of humans and they threw us in like a house like this, but
if the world
just
keeps
made us do this
if
stuff.
the world keeps going like it is, we might be heading down that area, man. Like,
you mean like robots taking over?
There's some fucking shitheads out there, dude.
I know.
There are just some shitheads. I mean, I see these people driving down the road and they got these fucking bumper stickers that cover their whole goddamn car.
Oh yeah, so I know every position you take.
Get it, man.
Yeah, I don't get the bumper stickers, like especially political bumper stickers, because why do you choose to alienate yourself from what could realistically be half of the people you interact with on a daily basis?
Well, yeah, and it could cause a brick going through your fucking window too.
That as well. I mean, I want to remain as neutral as possible when I'm in the public, with both what I wear, with what I say, and with what I do, and what fucking shit I put on my car, which is only a registration sticker on my license plate. That's all I'll ever put on my car.
Yeah, I mean, they got these ones, I think it's called Not of This World.
Are you thinking of coexist?
No, that's one too, but Not of This World is, I think that's a religious one. And
I think it's referencing, not.
You know what really pisses me off? I'm gonna get off topic real quick and we'll jump back into it, but it really fucking pisses me off when I'm driving down the freeway and I see a Volkswagen Jetta with tinted windows. I'm like, yeah, this got to be a hot chick. So I speed on up and I look.
Only hot chicks are allowed
fucking
to
dude.
Jettas. Yeah, dudes shouldn't drive Jettas.
That angers me, man.
No.
You know? And if it's a dude with a coexist fucking sticker.
Well, I think the holy grail of morons, the guys that I knew that drove Jettas were all pretty much idiots. I've never known one dude that drove a Jetta that was cool, at least with me.
No. If you drive a Jetta, you better have a vagina.
See me stereotype? I love stereotyping.
I'm going to always stereotype because A, it's funny, and B, 90% of the time it's true.
Because you can. Who's going to tell you can't do it?
I put myself in stereotypes. Like, okay, I'm saying, hey, don't put yourself out there and put a bumper sticker on your car, right?
Yeah.
Logical. That's a logical explanation to why not to do it, right? Because I might get a brick through it, or you're going to alienate 50% of the population.
Or even at a much lower level, people will just be like, oh, that guy's a fucking idiot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what do?
I mean, I guess I don't really care what people think about me, but I don't want to give people a reason to even notice me. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. So we're bagging on people that have bumper stickers. So what do? We start a podcast, which is 20 times worse. But I still think you're stupid if you have a bumper sticker.
Who hasn't started a podcast at this point, right? In 2019.
What's any bumper sticker? It's any bumper sticker. I mean, if you put a rainbow bumper sticker on, people are going to be like, okay, that guy's gay. So if you're not gay and you hate gays, that's going to cause a problem. Or
it just came to me, the ones that I love to hate the most, the ones that say 26 point whatever. I don't even know the number, but the people who ran marathons. I'm like, I just do a slow golf clap. Fucking good for you.
Yeah, good for you. You paid to run on a public street, you fuck.
You got up and you paid $100 to run. You got the cool picture with the thing.
And the shirt.
Guess what I did on Sunday? I woke up, made breakfast, drank coffee, and sat in my backyard.
And
that was way more fun.
And those guys ran 37 miles, came back and drank enough beer to just eliminate the whole fucking miles.
Well, I don't think they're running. I don't think they're necessarily their main objective is calorie burning. It's the whole I accomplished a goal. And I guess I don't want to bag on them too much because for that reason, I can kind of relate because I've had those types of goals physically. Like I've gone backpacking by myself and said, I'm going to get to this part of the trail. And it was hard to do, but I felt like I had accomplished something physically. I think that's really what they're after, but it's sort of jaded because it's covered in this icing of like recognition and trophies and bumper stickers.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm glad you ran that many miles. I like the ones where people talk about the dogs that they own. Like, I love my fucking dog.
Yeah, life's great with a wiener dog.
Yeah, I know.
Or I'd rather be golfing. Well, no fucking shit. You'd rather be golfing than working? Tell me something I don't know.
Dude, I just thought of best bumper sticker, and it's the only bumper sticker I'd rock on my car. If you're reading this, you're a stupid idiot. So they're gonna read it.
Yes, you are. For sure.
That's gonna come up in the merch store pretty soon. Dead serious.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, I want to ask you a couple questions. First, I just want to do an impromptu would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather, because we were talking about the desert, would you rather have 30 acres in Borrego Springs with a nice ranch house, this and that, or...
That's going to be hard to beat, I'll tell you right now.
Or a beach house with its own private entry and beach, 10,000 square feet on the beach.
Wait, what? Oh my, yeah, you made that hard.
Ain't no what's. It's a beach house with its own private beach.
Okay.
Or a 25-acre ranch house in Borrego Springs.
Well,
it has to be one or the other. There's no wells. There's no nothing. Which one do you want?
Shit, it's hard. The thing about it is I could always travel to the desert, but would I want to live in the desert? So I'm going to probably go with the beach.
Yeah, you have to go with the beach.
Going with the beach.
You're fucking dumb if you don't. I'd have slapped you.
I mean, I don't really know. The only juxtaposition you could have done where I think it could have been a toss-up is would you rather live in the mountains or the desert? Because I love both of those areas equally, and I don't know if I can choose between those two.
No, I get it, but the beach...
and the desert, that's a different story.
Beach is our place.
I don't want to say you're a pacifist, but you said you've adopted the oh well attitude. And there is a time and a place. In fact, when you and I were staying at a friend's cabin, we went to a local bar. And, literally we went in and were happy. You were buying the entire... You literally said... I just pulled a Patty and said literally. You had said, I want to buy drinks for the whole bar. Find out what everybody wants and buy them a drink. And between the moment of us getting there and you doing that, some guy who was sitting next to me was clearly intoxicated, just hated us for some reason because we were, I'm going to use air quotes, flatlanders.
Yes, we were.
Never mind the fact that we didn't say anything to this person, nor do we ever go into any situation in public where we want to start shit. Ever. Never, ever, ever. But this guy, he was sitting next to us, and I knew you noticed him. I don't even know if we verbally confirmed it with each other, but I think you just looked at me and you looked at me and then you looked at that guy and then you looked back at me and you just basically were saying like, all right, let's keep our eye on this guy because he's wasted and he's talking crap about us. And so I heard him mumbling something and we had clearly been drinking. So we were feeling great, but this guy started talking crap And I looked over at him. I'm like, what'd you say? And he mumbled, Flatlanders.
Flatlanders.
And I'm like, what's a Flatlander, dude? And he goes, Google it. I looked down at my phone and I said, I didn't bring my phone with me. And then you tapped me on the shoulder and you're like, don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah, it's the walkaway method's the best way to go. 10 years ago, that guy would have been probably laid out on the bar.
We did everything we could to make sure a fight didn't happen. And the story's not even over, but I'll let you continue.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't because we're scared of that individual. We are just scared of the consequence at this point.
It wasn't even scared about it. It was just being hassled with it.
Well, he was at an age where, one hit, he hits the bar on his head.
And he dies.
Hits his head on the bar, and he's done. And then you and I are upstate, yeah,
fuck that.
It's not worth it.
Nope.
It's just not. I mean, do I know who the better man is? Of course I do. I mean,
it's not the local person from the mountain town who's wasted trying to start a fight with random dudes.
Exactly. And there is not 1 inch of adrenaline going through my body, and that's a true tell sign that I had no fear about this guy.
Situation before. I've never really been in a bar fight.
I'm very battle tested, unfortunately.
So my adrenaline's always pumping, especially when you and I are together, because I'm kind of keeping an eye on not just myself but you too.
Well, it's not a good thing. Like to say, hey, I've been in bar fights and I've been in fights. That's not
Definitely
a good thing.
Nothing
That's a
to
stupid
ever brag
thing.
about.
No. But you know what?
That's why. But I'm only talking about it because out of fascination that some random dude would just completely want to fuck with someone.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately for me,
that's not even all. He called us little white Aryan something. Well, he started saying we were Nazis.
He was very racist towards me.
But he was white trash, dude. Well, yeah, the fact that he was calling us like Nazis.
He was very white.
I was super confused. I'm like, am I that wasted?
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I think that's why I wanted to engage him, because I didn't necessarily want to get in a physical altercation. I just wanted to mentally abuse the guy, verbally.
Yeah, he was very,
because I wasn't that fucking blacked out.
It was awesome, but we bought that whole bar around, didn't we? That was awesome.
Yeah, and then we sat down and started talking to 2 other dudes.
Yeah,
and then after a while, we're like, yeah, we're out.
Yeah, and then we walked outside, and the same dude was, I think, followed us out and try to get us, and then his friend pushed him down in the snow, and there was this whole tussle thing, and then we pulled around.
Yeah, we drove around him, and the dude was plowing over a snowdrift to try to get the car, and I rolled the window down and I said, "Hey, fuck you, pussy!" And I saw him fall, and dude, it was hilarious. It made for a real eventful weekend, and in fact, that was the first cast we did. That was our very first cast ever. Hasn't been released. It was a very rough cut. I think we'd had 15 White Claws.
That was an awesome trip, man. Big up to Scott.
Yeah, big up to Scott. And big up to the weather, too, for snowing the whole time.
We went there for the snow.
Yeah, it was crazy. All right. So, Pat, being a resident of a coastal community, you have a real, I don't want to say intimate relationship, but you live closely around people who are very passionate about surfing. How do you feel about these surfers and the way that they sort of coexist with you in your community and out on the beach?
Surf or die, bro.
Dude, double overhead, bro. Did you see me? I totally got barreled, bro. Caught my first tube today.
You know what? I'm gonna break it down to you very, very simple.
We have to talk about bodyboarders too.
We will. If you are a true surfer, all good, man. I love you. You're good. If you are a poser ass surfer,
we
go the fuck back to the valley, bro.
Yep.
No, but honestly, if you truly are surfing and live here for the right reason, I'm all about you. Big ups, bro. But if you don't, if you just come out here because you want to call yourself a surfer and you want to go to your office and be like, got to go surf today, dude.
So
fuck
I'll tell you
man.
Right now, those guys and the dudes who you referenced prior, the OG surfers, they don't get along in the water. And I have experience with it because, I'm probably different than a lot of people that are fucking even in the water. I was born and raised here. So if we want to talk about who has a right to be here, I do. You can go piss off.
Well,
but I've been in the water I tried surfing when I was younger. I never really did it. And then I started working right by the beach, and I thought, well, shit, I got to get a surfboard because good exercise, and why not? It, looks easy enough. It's not easy. Surfing's been hard. But I went out there and did it. But I can tell you right now, if you are a shitty surfer and you're around guys who shred, they're going to let you know you got to get the hell out of their way. 100%. You do anything wrong in the water, and some OG surfers out there, he's going to talk shit to you. I had some old guy. I was taking off on a wave, and I realized I was just going to get jacked. So I jumped off the board, and the board kind of shot out, and a dude was swimming towards the wave to like go under. And I remember thinking like, oh shit, this is probably not the best thing, but it all happened super fast. Anyways, I pop up out of the water, and this dude started talking shit, like immediately started talking shit before I could even say I'm sorry. Because when I popped out of the water, I started looking for the guy because I was going to tell him I'm sorry. So he started talking shit, and I remember saying like, you want to get hurt, old man? Because this dude was way older than me. And I thought, like, I could easily swim over there and fucking drown him. That just kind of paints a little bit of a picture into the whole mindset of, like, dudes who are OG surfers and dudes who aren't.
Yeah, I tend to hang out with more of the OG surfers, only because I live here and I've, I own a local business in the community, and I donate to the surf contest, that kind of stuff. But
Slamarack?
Slamrack's the greatest fucking thing ever.
It pops
invented.
up on Barstool. It pops up on
Kook Slams. Does it really? Barstool?
I think it was on Kook Slams for sure.
Tell the people what Slamrack is. We've attended this a couple times.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's a block down from my house, and it is fucking amazing. Tell them what it is.
It draws a huge crowd. I don't know where the date or the whole concept originates, but it originates in a surfer community.
Let me stop you real quick. So Slamrack. So we live on Tamarack, and there's
the beach is Tamarack.
The local beach is Tamarack.
Yeah,
and so they call it Slamarack, and they have the event twice a year, and they plan it to when the waves are the biggest.
Yeah. Yeah, so when the waves are the biggest, but the caveat is they all only use foam boards.
Yes.
But they're all, it's basically like a scene out of The Endless Summer.
Yes.
Where it's just 35 guys on one wave, and, a guy wrecks but is able to jump on someone else's board and then
or they
surf
push
it down.
each other off or kick each other off. It's pretty badass.
You gotta check out Kook Slams on Instagram.
What we should do is during our when we post this on YouTube, we do a running stream of that old man getting wrecked at Slamrack.
Yeah, that was funny.
I have that video.
I know, I do too. That was hilarious. But yeah, you're right. The waves were big last time it went through. That's funny.
But yeah, so hey, dads and fat guys and all that kind of stuff. Like, just because you sit on a seawall and like you act like you're looking for the next swell to come in and where you're gonna paddle out next.
Oh, and drinking coffee.
It doesn't fucking impress anybody. We don't really give a shit. Like, the real surfer will get their surfboard and go out there and ride the ocean.
Yeah, real surfers are skateboarding to the beach in their wetsuit.
Yeah, that's right. Just because you have a surfboard in your hand and you think you're a surfer doesn't mean you have to run like a little fucking idiot with your chest puffed out. Like,
that's so funny.
You know what I mean? Walk to the fucking beach, paddle out, and surf. No one's going to care if you do that. No one's judging you.
No.
And you don't have to look cool. Like, you really think a chick walking down the street is going to give a shit if you're like staring at the south swell, staring at the north swell, going, which one? That's exactly why they're doing it.
No.
I guarantee it. Absolutely, man.
Some of them are probably doing it because they want to try to surf.
I don't
some
think
are probably
so.
trying to do it to fit, just like belong to a group or something.
That's what I'm saying. To fit in, have girls like them, blah, blah, blah.
They should just ride motorcycles, and then they can do the motorcycle wave every day.
Or they can spandex up and ride fucking 10 speeds.
I guarantee you, if, for whoever had listened to this, when they see people like that in the future, they're going to think about it.
Everything we say is awesome because people
it's observable.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
People are going to look at it and go, that's what those idiots were talking about. That's awesome. Like, I just saw this dipshit do 2 fingers down, or
Yeah. I think that's what really drew me into comedians when I was younger, and I think that listening to comedians kind of expanded my horizons because they frame just reality and life and just various aspects of society in a certain way, they basically distill it and simplify it. So you can come to an understanding of something complex faster. And a lot of good comedians do that. And I think that's what I like to try to do, is just make observations and come to conclusions, or, draw similarities, do, pattern recognition to be able to kind of see where you fit in the world. I mean, I always talk about riding the train, but there's a whole aspect of reality when it comes to just doing something every day.
Yeah.
Like, how do you find the easiest route? You find the least stressful route. How do you make this routine work for you every day?
Because we've talked about what pegging is and what was the other sexual thing we talked about?
Oh my God. Cuckold.
Yeah, we've informed the public what a cuckold is.
We got to drop one more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we've taught them what a cuckold is.
Okay.
And we've taught them what pegging is. So I want to educate the...
what about the dirty Sanchez?
No. That's getting crazy. But I do want to share...
The angry dragon?
No. Rusty trombone.
Yeah.
I do want to share what a 68 is. Everyone knows what a 69 is, right?
Yeah. What's a 60?
I think I can. A 68 is... okay, so you go down on a girl... And then you come back up and you say, okay, well, you owe me one now. So that's right.
Oh my God. I feel like I need to do the dum-dum. I'm an idiot. I was not paying attention when you said that. I did get it though. And now you owe me one. That's funny. That's kind of where it starts. Shit, man. I think back to being a teenager. I'm a father now of a daughter, so are you. And I think about, what did these dads think when you and me and some of the other groups?
I would never let me into my house. No fucking way.
Some of these people had pools, right? They had.
I would never let me in my house now.
Shit, dude.
Would you
rather? Okay, all right. As we always do in our podcast, I'd like to include some would you rathers. I have a few that I've, kind of pre-thought up. I'll ask you these when you have yours. Fire them off. I think I'm going to stay in like true Patrick fashion, which is where you choose a girl. And I'm not saying like what you do with them. I mean, maybe some of these chicks you choose, you make them do laundry, whatever. It's up to you. I don't care what floats your boat. Okay. All right. First one. Okay. Hillary Clinton or Nancy Pelosi?
I'm going to go Hillary.
Ooh, dude. Okay. You're fucking crazy, but whatever. All right. Betty White or Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Betty White, baby.
Come on, that's Betty White all the way. Okay. All right, next one. Molly Ringwald or Jennifer Grey?
Ooh, Molly Ringwald. Let me give you one.
I know. That's what I was going to say too.
Marissa Tomei.
Okay.
Or Ashley Judd.
Oh, Marissa Tomei all the way. Ashley Judd's freaking crazy.
Elizabeth Shue or Julia Roberts?
Elizabeth Shue, hands down.
CCR or the Eagles?
Ooh.
God.
I don't know. I'm going to say the friggin' CCR. That was just a whimsical choice. I love the Eagles too. Okay, I got a couple for you. All right, would you rather have another baby at your age now, which is almost 42, or would you rather contract herpes?
Herpes, baby. Bring those sores on.
That's more manageable than another kid. So
yeah,
I can't disagree with that. All right.
And a lot cheaper. Amy Smart or Amy Adams?
Go with Amy Smart. Oh, what about you like heavy metal stuff? You grew up with heavy metal? Pantera or Slayer?
Oh, Slayer, baby.
Really?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you a good one.
I'm gonna go with Pantera.
But this is a deep one, so we're gonna end with this one. If you had to lose one, would you want to lose your sight or your sound?
Sound.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But some people would say different.
Or what if you said...
Like some people just love music so much that they would hate to lose any kind of hearing.
I got an idea. I got one for you. Would you rather lose your sense of taste or your ability to get an erection? Oh, no, that's kind of an easy one.
Stupid. Come on, dude.
That's an
I'll
easy
eat
one.
bland shit the rest of my life with no issues.
Yeah, I can't throw anything in that involves like... That trumps all. Like, if my dick doesn't work, shoot me.
Yeah. My penis has to be erect or I'm done. Okay. Let me ask you this.
What about, remember John Wayne Bobbitt, the dude who got his dick cut off?
Yeah, that's fun.
There's a Netflix documentary about it, I think.
Oh, it is?
We
What
should
it's
watch
called?
it. I don't know. I just know that there's a Lorena Bobbitt
Okay, let me ask you this.
documentary.
Let's say that you went to the doctor. What kind of diagnosis would you rather have? Hey, sir, you will never, ever have any sexual feeling ever again, or you're going to lose your eyesight.
Yeah, I've seen enough. I'm 40. It's cool. I'll just get all produced in my memory.
I think I'm with you on that one, man. Like, take my eyes. You can fucking eat them if you want. I don't give a shit.
I think if you asked that to like even a 16-year-old, he would have the same answer.
A 3-year-old, I've seen enough.
Yeah. Just describe it to me. I still have a brain, right? Like, if you've seen anything, you can have something to correlate it with.
Hey, fun. Man, this was a fun one.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, man. We'll say one of your stupid sign-offs and let's get on out of here.
More brain.
Later.